Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, June 13th, and it looks like we're going to get off and on rain pretty much part of the day. I don't know if it's going to be all day, perhaps maybe the first day. Lots of gray skies going on here. So, anyway, lately, I've been watching a lot of congressional hearing investigation into how the COVID-19 was handled by those people. I'm not going to mention those names because YouTube tries to control what we say or think. You know, the algorithms. But those people are being held liable. I have a level or a degree of distrust in people in positions of power, whether they're in government, whether they're in politics, religion, or religious leaders. I have a level of distrust. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because there's that big word that's associated with those people. And it's called corruption. Okay? Corruption. People in corruption are protected by people in government. People of corruption are protected by people in religion. Because there's corruption in religion. There's corruption in politics. And those people in those positions, in those leadership roles, like government and religion, there's corruption. They protect one another. But I'm not going to get into it because that's not what my channel is about. But I have been following the congressional hearings, investigations on how, you know who, was at the time very, very active, always on the news. That little man with a green, you know him, right? Yeah, that guy. So before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the people who've been checking out my channel for the first time. If you people find something here that resonates with you, please consider unsubscribing. If you subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you watch the whole video, I want to say thank you.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
This is a simple channel. Everything I talk about is simple. It's right in your face. My life is an open book. I have no secrets. Okay? So, I do want to continue because there have been some changes this week in the last couple of days, and a lot of thoughts and thinking about my decisions that I've been discussing for the past 2 weeks. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I return. So yes, there have been some massive changes, and I'm going to explain to you guys the best of my knowledge and what my thought process was and what I did to come to conclusions of my decisions. So anyways, I had an interview set up for today for a full-time job. Well, I canceled it. I'm not going to take that job, so therefore I'm not going to drive 25 miles away and take time off of my part-time income today to go do that, because it's not worth it for me. I have some concerns about the health aspect of that job. And there's more than one reasons why I canceled that job. One was health reasons. The other one was there was a decision at my full-time job that made me think twice. And even if there was no other changes at work, I still wouldn't have gone to that interview. So let's rewind. Last week, I made some videos talking about the behavior of people I work with and those same people who are in management. One of the persons who I've been discussing in my video, a manager, I'm not going to mention his name, is leaving my store. See that? That's a smile. That's a smile. Because this manager put in for an opening position within the company that has to do with leaving the district. Yes. And his job does not entail being at my store. He interviewed last week and he found out this week that he was chosen because he interviewed for the position and he was awarded it. He is a good speaker. He is very motivated. And he was one of the reasons why I didn't want to work at this store or the position I have, because he was the head manager at the position of the job I had at the store. He is no longer going to be with us. And I'm not the only one who's happy. When I came to the store to visit, to look at the layout of the store, and to get some feeling for the people that I would be working with, that first day I was here, as I was walking down the aisle of the store, this manager who I'm talking about was walking right towards me. I made eye contact with him and I said, "Hello, how are you?" He just kept walking. And he didn't look very friendly. His energy was so negative. Okay, he was like a shadow. A gloomy shadow. Like a black cloud with lightning coming out of it. That's what he looked like walking by me. So anyways, that manager is no longer going to be here. In 2 weeks, he's going to be leaving. That, in the combination of the other reason why I'm not going to accept or go to the interview of the opening of a full-time job that I thought I was going to do, is because I was going to be a field technician, but I never said what the job was. And I'll let you know what it is. You see, that was an opening for a field technician for a pest control business. So, I was never very fond of pest control business, but the benefits were good. The pay was good. I don't mind traveling 25 miles out and then dropping off my vehicle at that company's parking lot and using their company vehicle to perform my duties. But I do have a problem with working with chemicals. I do have a problem wearing chemical suits and respirators, gloves and masks and eye protection, perhaps at every job site I go to perform. You see, there are lawsuits right now against these chemical manufacturers that are used in pesticide and pest control. Did you know that the agents that they use, the chemicals that they use, are said to be one of the leading factors of exposure to cancer? Yes. It's always on the news. It's always on some kind of publication. And I did a quick research, and it was all over the place. There are videos on pesticides and people who perform those duties. How a certain percentage of people that have Parkinson's are involved or have been involved with working in those jobs that they have to use those pesticides or chemicals. They think that Agent Orange that was used a lot in Vietnam could have contributed to some of the people who have Parkinson's. My best friend who died, David, he had Parkinson's severely towards the end when he died. And do I want to go do that job that involved wearing chemical suits with hoods and masks and respirators and gloves? Quite possibly to a lot of the locations where I would be sent to, going into crawl spaces, fumigating homes. It's bad enough that a lot of the food we eat may contain pesticides and chemicals, like the farms that grow our foods, the crops, the vegetables, the fruits. Washing your fruit or vegetable, you think that's enough? It's not. Does it apply to canned goods too? I don't know. All I know is that I decided against going to this interview because of all these reasons. The management experience, I saw no way out of this. And because some of the managers I work with, especially the one that I have to work with directly, made my job feel threatened. He wasn't very nice. He wasn't very nice to a lot of people. And he's been a manager for only a year. But he's been with Lowe's for about 4 years. Just got a bad attitude, bad energy all over the place. And he's not liked by many people I work with. But I don't want to focus so much on what other people feel or what they think. But my own experiences is there, and that validates theirs. So I am happy that he's going, because I'm going to stick out on this job for a little while and see if I could still find a different position here. Or if not, I only got about 5 or 6 years to go. And if I can just wing it for that time, so I can just retire, I'll be the happiest person in the world. And you never know. I may just find another job that's more acceptable and that I feel confident that it's not going to put my health in jeopardy. Right now, the manager that's leaving, that alleviates a lot of that tension I was feeling. So I'm happy for that. So all those things I described is why I pulled off away from interviewing today. So when I got to work, I'll go to my part-time income, then I'll go home. And then I got tomorrow off from my part-time income. And it's fantastic. I have my weekends. The good thing about the job I have now is because I have every weekend off, and I get to go home at 5 o'clock after 4 days of working here. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. You know, if you worked retail, you know that most retailers are opened on the weekends, and there are people working there. They have to work on weekends. I'm in retail and I don't have to work on weekends. It's perfect. But that's the job I have now. If I can wing it for the next 5 years, then I'll be the happiest person in the world, because I'm going to retire. So I do have a smile today. I'm glad I'm telling you guys this. I hope you guys have the job that you guys love, and that you get along with the people you work with, because the people you work with, you're with them 40 hours a week. That's like you live with them. I've been told that they're a second family. I don't really have a family, so I don't know. But anyways, I gotta go. I'll be talking to you guys this week, not later, because later I'm going to my part-time income job, and then I'm gonna go home. So you guys have a good one. Be talking to you guys.